Hi YouTube, this is Bieza, and it's like 2:24 in the morning. It's like late night or whatever. I'm still up. I'm about to pre-poo my hair with extra virgin olive oil and safflower oil. I know I just took like this huge pause because I'm feeling some kind of way right now. Um, I got into an argument earlier tonight about uh let me move the computer closer to me. I got into an argument earlier tonight about black women and hair. Um, Black women and hair, and I swear I be trying to do these videos when it's straight on my mind because I have so much to say, and I feel like um, I never really get a chance. You know what I mean, to say it or whatever. I never have that same enthusiasm when it comes time to talk about it. Now, it was a long discussion. It had to do with um, black men dating outside their race. And it had to do with a contradiction that someone had made. And I thought it was strange because, they, I overheard them talking, you know, saying that black women don't love themselves. They were saying that that was the reason why um, they would perm their hair. Black women perm their hair because they don't love themselves. They're trying to have a more European look to themselves or whatever. And I found that interesting that they should say that and then turn around and say, uh, what did they say? They said black women don't. Then they were saying that you can look right, like there is such a thing. I don't know. I caught an attitude because they were saying pretty much that a black person can't look right going natural. Like not all black people can look right going natural. All of this stuff, like I said, struck a chord with me because I'm wondering, like, how do you not look right? Like, how can you sit there and bash black women for perming their hair and then uh, say that there's a certain look that you can have in order to be, natural? That's like, to me, a contradiction. So how can you say who can go natural and who can't? How can you not look right uh the way you were born? What's wrong with, the hair texture? Everybody is not blessed, like I said in my video before, and I'm not bashing any 3C people, but there are people who have that desired texture because that's quote unquote known as a good and or better texture. And it kind of frustrated me because it's like you can't get angry at the women who perm their hair because there are some people who do perm their hair and they like it that way. There's nothing wrong with it. I told the person, there are a lot of black women who don't even have a choice. At the time that they receive their very first perm, they're not even old enough to even know what a perm is or to be able to decide. And I was referring to the Good Hair uh, movie where they were discussing how women call as young as age like 1.5 to see if their children can get perms. That's how serious it is. So if you can imagine that, and there were children who were videotaped who I believe they only had they were like 3 years old getting perms. So it's like you can't bash the women who get perms. There are some people who actually just prefer to get a perm, and I don't think that's them trying to fit in. Now, granted, I do believe that there is an idea as to what's socially accepted and what is thought to be, um, like I said, more accepted or society's idea of pretty. I just spilled safflower oil all on my legs. All bad. But there is an idea as to what some people, straight hair. Even remember when he took the black hair to the beauty salon, and even the black girl, I don't know, maybe she was black. I'm assuming she was black, but hey, she may not have been. So let's not put a race on her. But when the assistant was saying how, no, don't nobody want nappy hair no more, whatever she was saying. And I was thinking, like, yeah, it is socially accepted and it's been put out there that, you know, it's better to perm your hair, or it's like, even what killed me was the guy, the Chinese guy or the Korean person, owner of the store, who actually said that people come in, they want, obviously the Remy or the Indian hair, and they want that's normal, they want the natural look. I'm sorry, excuse me. Since when is black people having straight hair? I mean, there are some, but since when is black people wearing Indian straight hair? Clearly, that's not natural. You understand? It's almost like to the point where maybe we have been wearing the hair so much, or maybe we've been perming our hair so long that they forgot that that's not, we have to alter our hair to get it to look like that. That's not natural. How can you refer to black women buying Indian hair as to achieve a more natural look? How is her wearing her afro not natural? um Forgive me, but I didn't quite understand that. That really upset me in the video. Um, and I was talking to my friend about how people say, oh, well, natural people this, natural people that. And we were also, again, discussing the movie. And they said, they felt some kind of way when the girls were telling, I believe the girls were in high school, and they were telling, the young lady who was natural that she wasn't very likely to be taken seriously because of her hair. And I'm thinking, what does her hair have to do with her ability to do the job well? What does her hair have to do with her ability to perform? Understand? And I think it's kind of barbaric that she would not be accepted. Um, um, she would not be accepted in wearing her own hair. Like, it's unacceptable for her to sport. Like, I mean, I find it very hard to believe that there's a white woman or white male who will go to a job and be told to perm their hair, or to wear their hair in a specific style, or to give a specific appearance. That is not very likely. You understand? But we're being told that we have to alter. So, and a lot of people can disagree, but you tell me, what lawyer do you know that's going to walk into a courtroom and be taken seriously with a afro? But it's not because they don't have the ability to be taken seriously. It's because of what society pretty much has said is not okay or not acceptable. It's not acceptable in the workplace. So that's why we have to do tutorials on professional hair for natural hair in the workplace. So there's the professional style that we do to go to work, and then there's the professional, then there's the style a style which we would rather wear our hair, that obviously we can't do in the workplace. Excuse me, I have to scroll down and check my timing. Um, okay, I'm at 8:51. All right, so that had me feeling some kind of way, because the reality of the situation is I don't see anybody else being told how to wear their hair, or that their hair is not okay to wear, natural, whatever. And I think it's kind of messed up, but whatever. Then we were talking about how there are black men who will date a white woman, and I spoke on something that is true. Now, a black man can say that he will accept a woman who is natural. And don't get me wrong, all right? There are black men who will accept a woman who is natural in her natural state, and she can, have that natural look. But there is also what is known to be okay to be natural, as in, I've heard, you have the right kind of texture to go natural. You understand? That's saying, oh well, to me, this is what I've come across. There are people who are saying if you have curly hair or biracial hair, then it's okay to go natural. But if you have what would be considered 4B or 4C hair, then it is not okay to go natural. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the best way that I can explain it to you guys. So if they say, and I've heard, oh well, I've seen some very beautiful women who are natural, and I want you to ask that person, say, excuse me, can you pull up a couple pictures for me? What woman did you see that was natural that you absolutely love? Or could you give me a couple ideas of the natural beauties that you find? Now, if she's not bald, okay, if she's not bald, then she will be that of a woman who has probably 3C, 4A texture, who has more of a curly texture. And I'm not saying all men, okay? I do want to put that out there. I'm not saying all men, but there are a lot of men that I have come across that if I were to ask them to pull up a picture of a woman that they would refer to as beautiful in her natural state, it would not be that of what would be considered a 4B or 4C texture, okay? And I'm by far not saying that that is right. I just want to put that out there. I'm not saying that that is right, but that is an idea of the um you can what they said as not being going natural and not looking right, or what they said as um finding someone who is natural. Like, I still don't understand, how can you not look right with what God blessed you with? And then for you to say that, then you wonder why these women have these complexes, why they feel as though they have to do this or do that. They will not be seen without a touch up, or they wouldn't even consider going natural. And I just want to talk about a video I came across not too long ago of a girl, and she had recently gone natural, and she was very, very, very upset about a guy who made a comment about the way she used to look with her permed hair and the way she looks now. Now, this will go into whether or not black men can accept women with natural hair, okay? With a hair texture that is not thought of universally as, socially acceptable, all right? Um, Checking my time, I'm getting close. So, I look kind of crazy right now, but I'll be right back after I post this.